A lot of Americans might not be aware of it, but U.S. military teams and intelligence agencies are heavily involved right now in operations in Yemen. In the past 6 weeks, Yemeni troops have killed scores of people, among them 6 of the top 15 al-Qaeda leaders believed to be hiding out there. The guy accused of trying to blow up a U.S. passenger jet on Christmas Day is said to have trained in Yemen. So there's tremendous focus on that nation right now. What goes into one of these joint operations? Jamie Smith is a former CIA officer and CEO of SCG International. He joins us now with his perspective. Jamie, should the White House be talking more about what is underway there?
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, John. To Obama's credit, he's been doing a pretty good job there. He's actually done more than President Bush did, and he needs to be promoting that more. But he's spending $65 million this year at minimum on the operations there. We've got more special operations and intelligence boots on the ground, and he's conducted more operational activities there than President Bush did. But I believe that message is getting lost because his attorney general and the Congress are basically hurting him with these, wanting to put trials there in the New York area for terrorists. And that's kind of watering down that. So he needs to promote what he's doing. And then you've also got the nations, our allied nations, that are seeing us as doing nothing but what the Bush administration did. So, he needs to promote his message a little bit more because he's actually doing a pretty good job. But that needs to get out more.
He needs to walk a very fine line, doesn't he? Because Yemen's president is under all kinds of pressure. And if he is seen to be aiding the United States too much in this hunt against insurgents, he himself could be toppled.
That's exactly right. There are 3 provinces on the eastern side of Yemen. Mareb is the one where we've got some tribesmen that are loyal to the Yemeni government, and they're probably going to give some assistance. But Yemen is strategically located on the Red Sea, adjacent to Saudi Arabia, and their government is in a precarious position right now. They've got problems in the north. There's a fine line that he has to walk between, the working with the Yemeni government, but not promoting it too much. So there is a delicate balancing act that he has to carry out.
The Saudis have been carrying out some raids in Yemen. They've actually lost a fair number of soldiers in recent weeks. Should we lean on the Saudis to be doing more? I mean, they don't like al-Qaeda.
You're exactly right, John. The Saudis and Oman, for that matter, Oman's been kind of playing the island unto itself, little role. But Oman and Saudi both need to get more involved in what's going on in Yemen, and we also need to lean on our allies in the region to pressure the Iranians, because the Iranians are actually sponsoring al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. And we need to lean on them as well to back off what's going on in that region. But specifically to your question, Saudi Arabia has a serious concern because Yemen is sliding towards a failed state status like Somalia that's nearby. And if that takes place, then al-Qaeda has got eyes on Saudi Arabia for religious reasons. And because they're on the same border, you cannot allow Yemen to fall into that status like Afghanistan in pre-2001 times. And the way to help the Yemenis in this area is not just with kinetic operations like special operations and intelligence, but also with economic aid, development, and educational programs that will help build the country from the inside. If we just rely on kinetic operations, it's not going to work.
Jamie Smith is with SCG International, and along the lines of what you were just saying, Jamie, it just crossed the wires that in London, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is urging Yemen to push ahead with reforms to help its people to try to blunt the influence of al-Qaeda. Jamie, thank you.